Hi, my name is Islaya Sirius Osiris, and I make art. This one started with helping someone clean out their garage. They were going to throw it away, and I said, I can do something with that, and I made this. Then I proceeded to do this to it. I sat down after crying. I sit on the floor a lot. I'm definitely a floor sitter. That's one of my journals I filled out, and that's my book. I considered cutting it up for this piece because I feel like I have to destroy parts of myself to offer them up for the universe. I'm learning moment by moment exactly which pieces are for offering and other pieces I need to keep. I think that's where it comes from. So much of me seeing potential in beauty and everything. Give yourself permission to be messy and to be loved. It's okay. Magazines from like 2004 about soap operas. A world I'm not familiar with, but it was interesting to go through these. There were definitely some moments that I'm like, we as a society have grown, and that's nice. Giving myself permission to make art like this is super freeing. To take things that are being tossed aside, or like the little dinosaurs. I got that off a Dino Nugget box. Dino Nuggets that I made with mashed potatoes and gravy and broccoli. Just so I can make a volcano out of the potatoes and drown the little dinosaurs in gravy and the little broccoli set up as trees. Highly recommend. Does anyone know if there's like vegetarian dino nuggies yet? There were definitely some really disturbing things in these magazines. I came across one where it said, "You're never too young to start taking care of your skin." And the ad was a 14-year-old girl. And the little fun fact about her was that she'd never been kissed. What a strange society to live in, where we are just constantly telling ourselves that we are never enough. And that babies, when they're born into this world, they can be like 6 months old, maybe 5 minutes old, and someone will say, "Oh, is he flirting with the nurse?" My dude, I don't think they can see further than 2 feet in front of their face. Why does love have to come down to such toxic things of where it has to have something to do with sex? Like, little girl clothing is so sexualized, and having little high heels and their short shorts are actually so short that they're not functional. We learned some things, though. I really recommend making art that you don't care about. I'm also a really big fan of 3D art and art that has a lot of different textures. And a great thing about being an artist is I can make stuff and then I can touch it. And I won't get in trouble. I truly believe that my use of plant medicine has healed immense amount of trauma in my brain. Being able to make connections and realize that, hey, that wasn't fair. It sucked. And I was just a kid. That it's time for me to go into my inner child and say, hey, we've got this. We're enough. Right here. Right now. Exactly as we are. Thanks for surviving. I considered writing a poem along the lines of, hey, dear past self, Thanks for not killing us. I'm really grateful that we've made it here. That I own more crystals than I have kept track of. That I have beautiful journals. That I have a community that loves me and appreciates me. And when I show them my art, they gasp and tell me that it belongs in a museum. Or they try to sneak out of the house with hand-knitted shawls. It's amazing to feel seen and appreciated and loved, even when it feels like I'm not allowed to be loved. Which is not true. Everyone is allowed to be loved. Everyone is worthy of love. So worthy of love. Snack time. Look at those raspberries and that chocolate cake. You're worthy of love. You're worthy of existing and being here and taking up space. I take up as much space as I do. I love my life. I am so blessed. Do you ever think about how so many of our ancestors didn't know what a taco? Never had tacos or taquitos or dumplings? Ooh, or boba tea? We live in a time where we can have weed and booze and groceries and medicine delivered. That's wild. Or modern plumbing. I'm grateful that I don't have to go out to an outhouse when it's 32 degrees in the morning. No thank you. We live in a great time. Complicated time, but I think every time is complicated and interesting and traumatic, and that we are all constantly fighting the same battles of am I enough, am I loved, am I worthy, because it goes down to the deepest feeling that resides through all of animal kingdom of I'm gonna die alone. So if I'm weird, if I'm a freak, then I'm gonna be outcast by my society, by my tribe, by my protectors, and then no one's gonna be able to stroke the fire when I need to go to sleep, and then you die alone. You die alone in the cold, in the dark. I truly believe that so much of our actions stem from that feeling of I don't want to die alone. I need my tribe. Because we are pack animals. We do need our tribe, and that's why it hurts so badly when we don't have community. And I hope that we stop hurting each other so much. I've been working on not hurting myself so much. But I'm really grateful to be here now. And to be able to talk to the void and hopefully at some point hear it talk back. But then I'm reminded that sometimes the void is practicing active listening. And I'm reminded that maybe I need to practice that too. So sadly, my camera cuts out. I didn't know what this piece would turn out to be when I created it, but it sums it up well. What does it mean to be a woman? It feels to be an alien, and the pearl to represent the intensity of virginity, desire, and these dice with the little baby shoe. It's a roll of the dice. Like, will you even like your kids if you have them? And then following your compass to try and find your unicorn when your compass is set to not the right way. To be a vase, to be beautiful. And elephants are very, very maternal. Very matriarchal society. The little stomach with the pomegranate seeds representing birth. What does it mean to be a woman?
Thank you, witnesses. Thank you, Really Low Effort Games, Raynon Harris, Ashley Hope, Maddie Robinson, and Josh Wyatt. I love you.